In this video, guys, we're going to talk about, here's the deal. If you look like shit, you're going to get treated like shit. That's how it works.
You play to win the game. Hello?
So here's the deal, guys. I don't know why this is such a hard thing for our industry. And it's the stigma that's like attached to our industry, right? And like in our industry, we fight so hard to like not, to overcome this like, I don't cheat you, I don't lie stigma, which like, I feel like we should probably just get over and stop trying to like fight, because it doesn't matter what we do. And I've yet to meet one son of a gun that I've interviewed, and I've interviewed hundreds who's like, hey, I'll cheat your customer for you. I haven't interviewed that guy yet, right? I haven't interviewed that woman yet, but that not have anything to do with this video. But man, that irritates me. We fight so hard to get over that stigma. But the stigma we don't try and fight to get over is like, hey, you're a bunch of dirty people, right? And son of a gun, maybe we are a bunch of dirty people, but here's what I can tell you. If you look like crap, you're gonna get treated like crap. That's just how the world works, guys. And if we're gonna err on the side of clean or dirty, you need to err on the side of clean, and I'll explain my theory behind that, right? But right now, right, I'm wearing a white shirt. How many shops do you walk into and see guys wearing, or girls for that matter, see people wearing white shirts? None. See this polo shirt? Our service advisors wear it, right? Because I wanted to be something different. You know what else our service advisors wear? Blue flat front khakis, and they wear brown dress shoes. Why? I guess there's all sorts of shops who probably wear dress shoes. How many shops wear blue flat front khakis with brown dress shoes? Probably zero, right? They wear the black, and they look like everybody else who thinks they're like going the step above, right? And you're never going to see a white shirt. Maybe at the dealership because, well, whatever, they don't live in the world we live in, right? Service advisors in our world, right? They actually work. Service advisors in, dealers sit in a little cube, and, the parts are they get the parts delivered to the service advisor, or the technician goes and picks up the parts at the part counter. Service advisor never even touches a car, never even seen a car, right? Our world, different. Get some white shirts, guys, right? Because if you're gonna look like crap, you're gonna get treated like crap. You'll catch me constantly vacuuming, right? And Drake can attest to this. They think I'm neurotic, right? So they think I'm neurotic, and I tell this little story all the time because I'm always organizing, I'm always straightening, but here's why. I have yet to meet the person, right, who, if they're messy, right, and disorganized or messy, or, if you walked into their house, and, if you were like my wife, who literally walks in the house and like throws clothes off, right? And there's just like a trail to get to the bedroom so she can put on her like sweatpants and slippers, right? She's just messy, right? She's not super organized in that way. Love my wife, not a knock on my wife. These are just facts, right? So what ends up happening is she walks into this shop. What is never going to turn her off is if it's clean and organized. What is never going to turn her off is if people are wearing white shirts, right? Because generally speaking, right, and this rule applies in all sorts of different ways, but we're just talking about messy people or clean people, right? Messy people are not bothered by cleanliness and organization. They actually walk in and often have a respect for it, right? But I've yet to meet the person who's, kind of unorganized, and they walk into a place that's organized and they say, I can't do business here. That place is too organized, right? There's no way they can fix a car well, and there's no way they can handle customer service well if they look organized and clean. No one says that. How many people have walked in here, Drake, and you've dealt with thousands?
Zero.
No, okay, so zero have walked in here and said that.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Right, and that goes on the messy side and the clean side. Now, what is a clean person, right? A person who is organized, when they walk into a place that's messy, what do they say?
No.
Right? Right? Drake's like shaking his head like, no, right? That's what they say. They say, no, right? So if that's, right, if the messy person walks into an organized place and says, cool, if a messy person walks into, by the way, I forgot this point. If a messy person walks into a messy facility, what do they say? They say, oh, it's messy, right? They notice when it's messy, and they notice when it's organized. Or they don't notice anything and it doesn't matter, right? So there's that camp, right? But no person who's messy walks in and sees it organized and says, no, can't do business here, right? They will notice it if it's messy, Okay, and they potentially will choose to not do business here because they say you're unorganized, and businesses shouldn't be unorganized. Okay, so now if I'm the clean, organized person, I walk in. You're clean, you're sharp, you do have something that is different, right? You wear the brown shoes with the blue flat front slacks with the white the white polo with the super cool like zip up jackets that, I don't know, they're somewhere around here. And you have that different look and you're talking to that clean, organized person feels comfortable, right? That clean, organized person walks in and says, I can do business here, right? Or maybe they don't say anything, which is fine too. But where you don't want to err is on the messy side because the clean and organized person walks in and is immediately done, right? That's a universal thing, right? Deal with a clean, organized person and they walk into a place that looks like shit, right? They're not going to want to do business with you, right? So, right, I've made that theory. Now, what I've also learned, the first shop I bought 10 years ago, it was a dump. It was just a straight shithole. It's at this point, it's a 65-year-old building, so at the time it was a 55-year-old building, and it looked like a diner from like 1952. Okay, and guess what, guys? I got my ass kicked in every day by these people because they just walked in and they thought I was going to be cheap. They thought my service was going to be crap, and they wanted to pay for that, for crap service, right? And cheap work. That's what they wanted to pay. And as I evolved and I changed my building and I changed the look and I changed the feel and I changed the dress code, and our landscaping, second to none, right? Our landscaping is second to none. Why? Because I want people to pull up and say, this place is beautiful. And guess what happens when people walk in the door? They treat you with respect. And they treat you like you matter. And they treat you like the place of business that they're doing business with is to be respected. And guess what? They expect to pay for that. And they're happy to pay for that. Why do people go to Starbucks? People go to Starbucks for an experience. People go to Starbucks because it's cool and it's clean and it's hip. Right? Is that coffee any better? Right? No, it's not. Right? I don't know that it's any better than what you can get at the gas station for $1.09, and people are happy to go in there and spend $2.50 for a cup of coffee because of the experience and the look and the feel. Right? So Starbucks refuses to look like shit, and guess what? They don't get treated like shit. Right? The gas station, the Speedway on the corner that looks like a dump. Right? Go in there. People treat those people like crap all the time, and I feel bad for them. Right? Because I buy my Starbucks Frappuccinos from there all the time. That's pretty funny as I'm looking at my Starbucks Frappuccino, right? I buy them from there all the time, and the place looks like a dump, and they get treated like they look like a dump. So, guys, scrimp, save, do whatever you can do, right? Get your building and your facility looking top-notch. Keep it clean. Keep it organized. Keep your staff looking good. Have all of your technicians in the same uniforms. Don't let them wear hoodies and all these other things, right? Everything should be branded. Everything should look the same. Get the logos on here. And I'm not a big swag guy, right? I don't have a million South Street Auto Care pens that I just like hand out to people. And I don't have beer koozies that say South Street Auto Care. And I'm not going to make like disinfecting wipes that are South Street Auto Care. I'm not into that swag, right? But you want your guys to look top-notch, and you'll get treated like you're a professional. Thanks. If you don't agree with me, tell me I'm wrong. If you agree with me, comment, call me, let's talk shop. I'd love to talk about anything related to shop. Hit me up.